Well, that's it, folks. This is the first battery electric or EV locomotive for Derail Valley. I mean, look at this thing. It's tiny. I'm really worried about today's trip, to be honest with you. We've got 100 ton behind us. It's pouring with rain. This thing is absolutely tiny in comparison to these passenger wagons. I'm sure we're going to run into all sorts of traction issues, but we'll just have to see how we go. Oh, it's really struggling now. Oh no. Yep, just as I thought. The wheels are just slipping in the rain right now. This thing is really struggling. So here is the drone view, and here we are actually. This tiny little micro shunter. Forget shunting with a normal shunter. This is a micro shunter. And it's battery powered, okay? It's basically a little toy on the tracks. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Derail Valley Simulator, and welcome to those of you who have recently joined as well to the channel. Always great to have you aboard, so thank you very much for joining, and hopefully you enjoy this video. This is Derail Valley Simulator, and this is build 98. Only just came out, only very recently. I saw a notification and I thought, oh wow, okay, they've come out with a new vehicle as well, a new locomotive. So we'll be looking at that today, but also we'll just be going through some of the updates that build 98 has. So yes, already you can see here that, well, there's not much to really tell just from looking right now, but apparently they've made quite a few CPU and graphics card optimizations from what I read, and depending on their hardware and the situation, quote unquote, you can get quite a lot more FPS or improved performance basically out of the game. So that's always handy, and that's also in non-VR mode as well as VR mode. So very, very welcome those optimizations, because we do know Derail Valley has always been a little bit hit and miss performance-wise sometimes. But anyway, the purpose of this video at least is to focus on the new vehicle, which we'll be looking at very shortly. But yes, the list of improvements in build 98 are quite comprehensive, I must say. They've added quite a few new bits and pieces to the game, and the reason why I'm standing outside the shop though is because I'm going to go ahead and just unlock this vehicle right here, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the updates in just a moment. Okay, there'll be plenty of time to talk about that, but the focus of this video is going to be this brand new vehicle, the Microshunter. Okay, now this is a battery electric vehicle. I'm here right now at Food Factory in town, so FF towards the top of the map in the middle there. So yes, this is where you get Bob's garage key. Okay, that costs $30,000. We've got 154 grand in the old walleto. This is career mode at the moment, so this is how you unlock the Microshunter basically. So this is also what I'm looking at right here is the vehicle catalog. This is brand new as well to the new build, to build 98, I should say. So you can see here that this is a brand new little booklet that gives you what we should have, in my opinion, had a long time ago. But it's great that it's finally here. It gives you a very quick overview of the load rating, as you can see there, for each locomotive at the top right. And that's, sort of pulling on level ground, on the hilly ground, and also in the rain. And then you've got all these vehicles scoring as well towards the bottom of each page, as you can see there, for each locomotive. So you can see here for this DM3 there, it's got a i8 diesel, so inline 8-cylinder apparently that thing's got. And you can see here that we've just gone to the S060, the BE2. They've all got different scoring and different statistics. And this is really good, I think, especially the top right-hand corner. That load rating is probably what you'll be most interested in, because I think for new players as well, this is going to be a real boon, okay? If you haven't had much experience in Derail Valley and you're trying to pull some heavy loads or some trains and you're not sure what locomotive to choose, this little booklet here is going to help you along. We old folks didn't get this when we first started playing Derail Valley years ago. But yes, new players will get to see this, and existing players obviously. But yes, that's the vehicle catalog. So that is brand new as well to this build 98. So yeah, hopefully you'll find that one useful. You can see here, this is the BE2. So this is what we'll be driving today, the little Microshunter. And you can see there it's good for 800 ton on the level ground, but that sinks right down to just 50 ton in the rain going up hills. So that's going to be interesting. And I'm thinking to do just more than a bit of a first look. I'm going to try hauling some stuff with the old, with the new Microshunter today. But first we need to go ahead and buy Bob's garage key. So old Bob's garage key. once we get this garage key, we'll be able to enter the garage where this little Microshunter vehicle is currently stored, and we'll be able to unlock it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and purchase this key right now. Okay, so $30,000 later, I just get my old wallet out. Okay, it's a little bit lighter now. There we go. Excellent. All right, so there's old Bob's garage key right there on the counter there. Okay. And yeah, there's the receipt as well. So we paid 30 grand. You do need 30 grand to unlock this vehicle, basically. So for those of you who have been watching this channel for a little while, you'll know that I've been going through career mode quite a bit last year, and I did kind of stop there for a little while since about November. But I'll put a card above top right if you want to see my latest episode of career mode. For the moment, though, I'm going to make my way over to old Bob's garage, and we'll go ahead and yeah, so that's in the northwest kind of corner of the map. And we'll check out this new vehicle. Right, folks, so here we are, old Bob's garage. Well, it's in the background anyway. I've taken DE2 out here, and yes, so basically this old Bob's garage is just in between the iron ore mine west and machine factory in town. So if I just pop this map down around here, I'll just show you where it is on the map as well. So we started off at food factory, bought the key to old Bob's garage, came down this way, then went back up. And then basically this little spur down here, just between machine factory in town and iron ore mine west, is where old Bob's garage is, and it's right in front of us. So let's make our way over there right now and unlock it and see what waits for us behind those doors. So you can see the DE2 as well. Just quickly with this Build 98 update, they've actually improved the power of the DE2. There, right there. Okay, so that now it's back to its glory days, as they call it. So it can pull 400 odd ton once again, instead of just being nerfed to around 200 odd ton like it used to be. So that's always good news as well. Righto, so doors are opening. Old Bob's garage. Oh boy. Oh no. Look how small this thing is. Oh, they really weren't kidding when they said Microshunter, were they? So, yeah, okay, alright. Well, that's it. It's a Microshunter. So just looking in here as well, you can see it's got a brake release lever as usual. It looks like it's got its nice little charging port here for the battery. So this thing has a whole bunch of lead acid batteries apparently in it. And so there's no diesel engine, there's no engine of any type. It's basically just got the traction motors and a whole bank of batteries. So you do need to charge this thing up. I expect that there's probably 1 or 2 traction motors under there, I'd say. Probably 1, who knows, or maybe 1 per axle, not sure. This thing's only got 2 axles, and yeah, that's interesting. The door opens inwards there. So yeah, anyway, let's jump inside and I will get this thing moving down the track. But then what I'm going to do is I'll exit career mode. Whoop. Tutorial later, never. How about never? I'll figure this thing out for myself. Okay, so it looks like I've got a handbrake lever here, a handbrake wheel I should say. We'll make sure that's off. Okay, actually let's just keep that applied for the moment. And it looks like, yep, we've got a cab light up here. Just having a look at the windows. Okay, now there's no wipers on this thing, so yeah, that's interesting. Okay, looks like we've got a whole pile of gauges here on the panel. So let's start. Looks like we've got traction motor temps, got the ammeter, and it's all fairly usual stuff. Got the brake gauges here on the left hand side, speedometer. Okay, and this is the battery gauge right here. So that's obviously very important as well, I would suggest. And yeah, looks like I've got a bunch of warning lights here and indicator lights on the left hand side, wheel slip, electric, sander, all that kind of stuff. So interesting. Let's flip the old electric switch, and already the traction motor is barking at me because it's offline. And we can see the charge level there is full, and it sounds like the battery, sorry, the air compressor just came up for the brakes to charge them up. Yeah, okay, there's a lot going on right now, and let me just have a look and see. I want to, okay, yep, I know that buzzing is very annoying, and I'm going to take care of that in just a moment. That's our brake lever right there. Yep, okay, so we don't want brakes on, let's just keep them off. Reverser, yep, let's go forwards. Okay, yep, oops, sorry, let's just, that's better. I should have just done that in the first place. Anyway, so traction motor breaker, that one. So I've just flipped that on to activate the traction motor. So yeah, there's no starting of an engine here. Look at the padlock down there. Haha, it's funny. Okay, so let's head on out of here. I'm just going to go down the tracks a little bit. So let's add a bit of throttle. Ooh, listen to that. Listen to that. Ooh. Oh, I'm not really moving. Oh, hang on. The handbrake. Let's try that again. Take 2. This is the first battery electric locomotive for Derail Valley right here. This is the EV of locomotives, I guess you could say. And we'll be giving this thing a bit of a run today and just seeing just how useless it's going to be. Because really, it's not rated for very much hauling tonnage at all, okay? So, actually, I should have turned on the cab light in the beginning, but anyway. It's all done now. Leaving old Bob's garage. Not going to go too far, like I said, this is still career mode, so I want to jump into free play mode, free roam, and just set up a little scenario there with some passenger wagons, and just see what this thing can do, I guess. So, just getting to grips with this thing a little bit for the moment. Okay, we're picking up a bit of speed. Okay, well, that's fairly straightforward, isn't it? I guess... yeah, it's doing its automatic transitioning in the background, serial, parallel, all that kind of stuff. Don't have to worry about that. Just accelerate with the throttle lever and away she goes. Very good. And just close that door. Ooh, that kind of makes a difference to the sound, doesn't it? It's a lot quieter now. Oh, look at this little thing go! Wow, okay. Well, that's it, folks. This is the first battery electric or EV locomotive for Derail Valley. And it looks like got no movement on the battery gauge there. Heaps of battery range here from the looks, although we're just moving ourselves right now. Okay, this looks very interesting indeed. Headlights are on, yeah. Oh, we're picking up a bit of speed here. Let's get off the throttle because we're pretty much at the red line speedo wise. Okay. Right. I'm going to put a link down below to the update in Derail Valley for Build 98. If you want to check out just what they've done, they've made a whole slew of improvements to the diesel electric simulation and whatnot. But yes, I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But yes, I'll hop into free roam mode, I think, right now. It's a pity because it's such a lovely day here, and we'll see what kind of weather we get in free roam mode, because I'm going to flip the old dice and just choose random weather and see what we get. And we'll see, we'll put this thing through its paces and just see what it can haul, eh? Maybe some passenger cars. This thing does weigh 12 ton, but yeah, that's very light in the grand scheme of things when it comes to locomotives. Anyway, let's exit career mode and I'll jump into free roam mode and I'll catch you there. Well, just as I thought, it's raining and pouring cats and dogs at the moment, unfortunately. This is free roam mode now that I've unlocked the BE2, as it's called, the B for Bob. Not the DE2, but the BE2, because it's not a diesel, it's a battery. So that's where the B come from. That's where the B comes from. You saw there I've got some passenger wagons behind us as well. I'm going to try and haul them today in free roam mode. You can see there 12,000 kilos, just as I mentioned just before. So only 12 ton this thing. I'd say most of that is battery weight. But anyway, those lead acid batteries are not light, that's for sure. But yeah, anyway, let's see how we go. This thing really is tiny, and yeah, there's no wipers on it either, so that's going to be fun. I don't know how we're going to go today driving this thing in the rain with no wipers. Probably going to have to open this window, I think, and just get a whole bucket load of water in the old face. But anyway, looks like we've got our light here, just one single headlight. Got a Derail Valley icon there at the bottom, symbol as usual. Got the old brake hose at the front and got the coupler at the front as well, which is fine. That's fairly standard issue equipment, I think. And obviously on the back we've got much the same here as well. Now you cannot connect these things in multiple unit, and that's looks like another little light up there. I'm not sure what that does. I haven't managed to get that working so far. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. And yeah, okay, so we've kind of gone through this already, but We'll flip on the electrics. Let's get the cab light going first so that we can see what on earth we're doing. And we can see here that we've got our traction motor breaker. We'll just go ahead and flip that. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Once the doors are all closed, it's a little bit quieter in here and I don't have to yell so loud. Okay, so what have we got? We want to move this thing backwards so that we can couple up with the passenger wagon. So what we want to do is, you've seen these gauges already. We've got obviously the speedometer, that's going to be very important. That's full throttle there, and that's idle there, I guess, or off. And obviously you got your brake lever here, the air brake, which controls brakes throughout the train. So your brake pipe there shows your brake indication. Right, got your warning lights down the left here as usual, and the horn. It sounds like a little car horn. Oh no. Okay. Alright, well, it's raining as well, so yeah, this thing's really only rated for about 50 ton going up hills in the rain. So today I think we're just going to go across to City Southwest. There's not going to be any real hills that way. So if I put the map down here, we are currently here at Steel Mill. So I'll head west through the farm, through Oil Well Central, and over to City Southwest. Okay, should be a nice easy run going east to the west, east-west kind of thing. There's no wipers, and I keep saying that as well, but anyway. Yeah, you can see here, according to the old catalogue, or the new catalogue, this thing really can't do much in the rain going up hills. So I thought I'd avoid hills for the moment. And because these passenger wagons, they're 33 ton each, okay? So we've got about almost 100 ton, basically, behind us, we're going to have. So, yeah, it's not a small amount of weight. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. It's really raining right now. And part of me is kind of panicking. I'm not too sure what the battery range on this thing is. They do have chargers now throughout the map at each of these station stops now. You can see we've got a full load of charge, full batteries. I think that red needle shows voltage and that black needle shows charge apparently. I'm really not sure how it works, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Hopefully we don't run out of juice. Okay, so reverser, we'll point that backwards because we want to move backwards. Just make sure the handbrake is off. And really, that's all we need to do now. Put on a notch of power. And we're doing about 10 to 20 amps there. Or we're doing about 50 amps now. Just move this thing back. And just open this window here. So we can just see a little bit clearer. Don't want to go bang into these passenger wagons, I should say. We do not want to cause any damage. Right. Just turn off the power. Just let her roll. Throw on a little bit of handbrake. Just a squidge. Oops. Oh, quick. Ooh, okay. That's not too bad. I kind of wanted to capture that coupling procedure. It wasn't too bad. Okay, here we go. Let's connect everything up. Air hoses for the brakes. Open the air valves both sides. And the coupler is connected and tightened up. And just going to do a quick little cursory check of the handbrakes on these wagons. Normally there's at least one that's on. I think we're lucky today we might. Yes, okay, there's no handbrakes on. Okay, very good, because we've hardly got any power. This thing is only like 100 and something volts. So it's really not like a standard locomotive where you got 600 plus volts. I mean, look at this thing. It's tiny. I'm really worried about today's trip, to be honest with you. We've got 100 ton behind us. It's pouring with rain. This thing is absolutely tiny in comparison to these passenger wagons. I'm sure we're going to run into all sorts of traction issues, but we'll just have to see how we go. Horn. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, here's the moment of truth. Here's the moment of truth. Come on. We've got, it's doing 100 amps, so yep. Oh, it's really struggling now. Oh no. Yep, just as I thought. The wheels are just slipping in the rain right now. This thing is really struggling. So Actually, it looks like it's picking up now. I mean, I could have used the sander, to be honest with you, and that was probably a little bit dramatic, but it's actually managed to get a bit of traction. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get all set up here. I'm going to stop at this platform. Okay, so we'll put on a little bit of braking, just above 1 bar or so of brake pressure. We'll stop here just for a moment and get the lights all sorted out, because I want to understand how these headlights work. I might put the end of train monitor on the back as well. Let's have a look at these headlights. Okay, so that's off, that's on, and then on again. Oh, I see. Okay, so off, front, and then back, and then both sides. So there's no red light on the actual locomotive. Okay, I'm just going to go with front facing light there, white light. Don't need a red light, or don't need white light on both sides of the locomotive there. So that's fine. Yeah, okay, I think I've got, actually, where is it? Lantern, no, that's not it, there it is, there. Okay, let's put this end of train lantern at the back of the train, at the end of the last wagon. Let's do that. There we go, and I need to light it up. So I think the lighter will actually light this thing up. There we go. Right, that looks good. Okay, so now we've got a nice little bright red light on the back of the train, so no one's going to come ramming into us, hopefully, because I can't see us going too fast today, actually, so it's probably a good idea to have this on, even though there's no other rail traffic in this game. We are the only people, we are the only ones, so anyway, whatever. Let's head on back inside. I think we've given the passengers enough of a chance to enter the wagons now. And this is, I'm just trying to make this thing look imposing, and I really am struggling to do that right now because it's just so small. I just can't get over how small it looks. It looks so almost out of place, I guess, compared to the rest of the train. But anyway, here we are. Right, there's all these powerful steam locomotives in this game, and I'm stuck trying to drive this tiny little battery-powered toy on the tracks. So, right, here we go. Once again, beep the horn. Look at that. Look at the rain effects on the actual, what would you call that? A little tiny little stub of a hood, I guess. Alright, brakes off, reverser forward. That's basically it. Apply some throttle, 50 amps. Okay, let's see if we can make this a bit more. Alright, 100 amps. Oh, almost 200 amps. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Ooh. You know, I must say, even without the sanding, this thing isn't too bad wheel slip wise. And I think I know why. Because it just has no power. Oh dear. Alright, well, I must say, it's actually moving this load of wagons fairly well so far. Okay, yep, it looks like we've got some knickknacks there in the corner, don't have to worry about them. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. So we are heading in a westerly direction. Soon we'll be coming up upon a set of switches, and we want to make sure we head off to the right, bear off to the right hand side, okay? Because we'll be crossing through to City Southwest. We don't want to go down this way or down this way like this. There's some really gnarly hills going in those other directions. And speaking of which, there is the switch actually. Quick, got to change these points over. Otherwise we'll be going up a hill and probably stalling. Right, so here we go. Off to the right, because off to the left you can see there's a 0.6 grade. We want to go to the right where there's a minus 1.7 grade. A nice downhill section sounds good to me. Picking up some speed there. Doing about 20k an hour. And she's picking up speed. Let's get off the throttle just a little bit there. I'm not too sure what happens when you enter the red zone on the speedometer. And I just wanted to take a bit of time to go through this update as well, this build 98. So We've got a little bit of time now during this journey just to have a bit of a chat about it and just go through some of the changes. But here is the drone view, and here we are actually. This tiny little micro shunter. Forget shunting with a normal shunter. This is a micro shunter, and it's battery powered. Okay, it's basically a little toy on the tracks, and I don't know how it's going to go today. And if we zoom out, we can just get a sense of just how small this thing is as well. Just look at that. Look at how tiny it is in comparison to 3 passenger wagons. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's just tiny. I can't get over it. It's cute. It's cute, and as small as it is, it seems like it's doing a pretty good job so far. I mean, we are going down a hill, and we're just on the level now. Oh boy! Okay, alright, that's not good. Okay, alright. I think I should just focus here for a sec. Just want to make sure that... I think this is the right way. Okay, alright. So this is the BE2 260 Microshunter, as they call it. So... I'm just going through the update here for Build 98. Reading it word for word. Let's just ring this horn for a sec. Right. The tiny, quirky, new battery electric shunter takes the spotlight. There's 2 practical functions to it. It's the first vehicle to utilize the all-new electric powertrain simulation. And once unlocked, it can be requested anywhere with the comms radio. Okay, so... this is basically, it does cost $2,500 to request it every time, but it's not powerful enough. We're just passing through what looks like the farm there. Okay, yes, so this is the farm. We're just going through here. Yeah, so the Microshunter isn't powerful enough to replace a regular locomotive, but it can still pull some load. That, combined with its size and ability to be requested, give it a unique advantage in many situations. Mind how you treat it though, as you'll need to service it and even charge its battery occasionally. Okay, so that is just a bit of a blurb on this micro shunter. How the developers have described it, basically. So, and then we move on in the update just to kind of talk about the diesel electric simulation revamp. Okay, so with this update they've also revamped, or rather finished, it says, the diesel electric powertrain simulation. So now it's vastly more accurate when it comes to governors, generators, currents, voltages, circuitry, transitions, as well as failures from the all-new traction motor overspeeding. So I'm not too sure right now. I'm overspeeding, I would say. I hope I'm not going to blow up this this traction motor. Maybe it doesn't apply to this tiny little micro shunter, not sure, but it will be interesting to try some of the other diesel electrics and just see how they are. Anyway, so the DE2 has increased load rating, which I did cover earlier, improved cooling, heavier engine feel, and rebalanced wear and tear. I've just put the full throttle on, and yeah, it's really not happy at this speed. I think I should probably slow this thing down. Actually, I might just stop this thing in just a moment and let some imaginary passengers disembark or board. There's the sander. We really don't need that right now. And I just realized probably a little bit too late to stop now. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and stop anyway. Okay. Coming back to the update, DE6 completely new sounds, more accurate notch distribution, rebalance wear and tear. Just locked up the wheels there, I think. And just apply the sander. Hopefully that will stop the wheels from locking. I don't think it has. I actually haven't tried the DE6 yet in all of the years I've been playing this game. So you can see here that I'd rather drive this little toy, it seems, rather than try the DE6. I don't have the license for it yet. Anyway. Alright, let's let some people board. DE6 Slug now can be utilized from both ends, okay, and behaves differently. So let's just get moving once again. So yeah, it's good to hear actually with Build 98 that they have improved the Slug, because, and I'll put a card up above. Whoa, boy. You really have to be a little bit, I'm purposely being a little bit abusive here on the throttle, I think. I really want to test out the wheel slip simulation and just see how much power this thing has, but yeah, it really doesn't have that much power, because it gives you a few little jolts of wheel spin there, but really not that much. Any other locomotive would be spinning the wheels up the wazoo right now, but not this one, because there's hardly any power here. Okay, so yeah, the Slug. I'll put a card up above for the Slug if you want to see one of the episodes, I guess, where I kind of tried to give that a bit of a go. And yeah, that was definitely an interesting vehicle to drive, the Slug, well, to have in the train. But anyway, I won't describe what the Slug's all about. I'll let you kind of check out that video. What else is new? So they've got the vehicle catalog, kind of gone through that already. If you're curious, what's blah blah blah, yep, that's fine. What else is new? Okay, so all of this locomotive, the Microshunter, and the Slug can actually receive damage. The Slug wasn't able to get damage before, now it can. And you can repair them. They are not covered by insurance, so this thing also not covered by insurance. The handcar and caboose, however, they are obviously invincible still, okay? Now, we've just left Oil Well Central, as you could see there, and we're making our way towards City Southwest, so we're making a bit of progress here. And I must say, this thing is really not doing too badly, even though we've just been going on level ground so far. But anyway, even with that, it hasn't been doing too bad, which is good. I mean, it is rated for up to 800 ton on level ground in the dry, so I would expect that it's not doing too badly anyway at the moment. And I must say, they've got some sort of winter effect going on these trees at the moment. I'm not too sure. Derail Valley is definitely running well from a performance point of view, though. Frame rates, things like that. I don't have any frame rate counters up at the moment, but seems to be running quite well. Okay, I'm just going to reduce the throttle just a little bit. Battery gauge there is showing pretty much full still, so battery consumption on this thing seems to be very, very good, I must say. Like, it's not chewing through the battery, it seems. So it's possible that I can actually start doing some longer hauls with this little BE2 perhaps. Let me know what you think in the comments anyway. Do you think I should do a bit of a trip around the map with this thing? It's not exactly that fast, but it's not that slow either. It is bearable, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't actually seen my videos of driving around the map, I have done it with two vehicles so far, the S060 steam shunter and the SH282 steam locomotive as well. So I'll put a card up above right now for the S060 if you want to check that out. If you want to see me drive that thing around the entire map. Seems happiest around the 20k an hour mark. I just put the throttle back on full. We're doing about 50 amps at the moment, and it is accelerating. If I just go full throttle like that, you can definitely hear the engine, or the motors, I should say, or motor whining, increasing there. And I must say they've done a really, really nice job with the sounds on it. It really is a joy to drive, even though it's a little battery-operated little locomotive. It definitely has a sense of sereneness, I guess, to it. And once you close the this little window, it's a lot quieter than a lot of the other locomotives, and obviously yeah, it's way different than a steam locomotive, that's for sure. Yeah, that battery indicator, it's really really not coming down that fast at all, so I'm really happy with that. This thing seems to have quite a bit of range to it, so as small as it is, the poor little thing, it seems to be hauling these 3 passenger wagons quite well so far. So yeah, we'll just keep this thing going. We should be at City Southwest in just a moment, and I'll check in with you as we get closer. I don't imagine it's going to be a very difficult run from here, because there's no hills to climb or anything like that. So we're getting close now to City Southwest, and I'll check in with you once we're on the outskirts of the destination. Okay. Okay, so we picked up a little bit of speed. We are basically right on the outskirts of City Southwest now, so I'll get on the horn shortly and I'll pull into the platforms and we'll do a little bit of a wrap up, I think. But yes, just to kind of round out some of the bits and pieces, the changes with this update, build 98. They've improved some of the tutorials and they've made many other little bug fixes and improvements. Manuals and various texts have been updated as well. And yeah, there's numerous stability fixes and things like that. So yeah, anyway, I'll let you check out the description, link in the description of this video to build 98 if you want to check the release notes there in more detail. I've given you quite a bit of an overview, I guess, of it so far, and we've taken this little Microshunter out for a little run today. It's good that the weather has cleared up, birds are singing, rain's gone, so that's good. And one thing I'd probably wish for with this thing is just a set of wipers would be great, I think. And not sure what's going on with that traction motor heat indicator as well, the temperature, I should say, the temperature gauge for the traction motor. I think it's not working at the moment. Haven't managed to get it to budge that needle. It's just sitting there at 60 degrees centigrade the whole time, so not sure what's going on there. Maybe that's a little bug that they'll fix in a future release, not too sure. You can see there the TM temp gauge. But anyway, we're coming up to the platforms now, and we'll put the brakes on shortly. Let our virtual imaginary passengers just leave. I really hope that they do some sort of passenger simulation in Derail Valley one day. I've done other little runs like this. If you want to check out the SH282 going around the map, I'll put that up in the as a card up above right now as well if you want to check that out. Otherwise, I think we'll put the brakes on and we should be good here to stop the train. Oh, she's not really slowing down as fast as I'd like. Come on, brakes. Let's put a little bit more brake on. I'm getting a bit worried now. 1 bar. Let's go up to about 2 bar. Come on. Okay. Maybe the braking system in this little BE2 is not that fantastic. I mean, it's only 3 wagons as well, but anyway, let's put the handbrake on. And yeah, this thing's really easy to drive as well, and you don't have to worry about no stinky diesel engine or steam engine for that matter, no coal, nothing like that, no shoveling. Just get in, turn it on, and then just accelerate. So yeah, you can see after that little run from Steel Mill to City Southwest with about 100 ton behind us, really haven't used that much battery at all. I'm glad that the weather has cleared up though. But anyway, I'll go reverse this thing into the charging area and I'll check in with you again very shortly. We'll do a bit of a wrap up and I'll show you the charging process. So just bear with me. I'll go ahead and reverse, and I'll check in with you again in just a moment. So just try and get this thing moving. I love the sounds of this motor as it just spools up like that. They've really done that really well, I must say. So yeah, just listen to that thing. That's the way to do it. Just modulate the throttle, nice and easy. Alright, I'll check in with you shortly. Okay, so just coming up to the little servicing bay here in City Southwest, and it's probably hard to see from this distance here. We'll be there in just a second anyway, but they now have a battery charging station at each of these manual servicing bays within Derail Valley. I think it's on most of the stops, most of the stations, if not all. And what I'm going to be showing right now is just how you can actually recharge this thing and yeah, basically just top up the battery. I mean, there's really no need to right now because I'm confident we can take this passenger train way up north as well in Derail Valley to Iron Ore Mine, West, whatever, and yeah, we'll be fine battery wise. But it'll be interesting to see just how much everything's going to cost recharge wise. So I'll just turn the electrics off here and just stopped beside this little electrical charge station, as you can see. And you can see there the little indicator there. We're obviously unplugged, but it needs, oh, what's that, 329 I think to fill it up. So there's just a little bit of usage there on the battery, not really that much. You can check that obviously on this gauge right here. Whoops, turn on the electrics first. And you can see there that we're just taking a little bit off the top of the battery. Really not that much. So hopefully this video gives you a bit of an idea as to the battery consumption. And I was giving it a bit of throttle, full throttle now and again. Now let's see how long it takes to actually charge. Ooh, okay, not that long indeed. Okay, so even if your battery was quite empty, I think really it's not going to take that long. Probably similar to filling up your diesel tank. It would be great actually if they simulated the longer charging time for topping this thing up. But that said, yes, $230 that run will cost us, has cost us. I'm not too sure what that 360 is. Okay, not too sure. I think that's just the amount of units in the battery, maybe. Anyway, yes, $230 to top up the battery. So that run cost us 230 bucks, and I think there is some wear and tear as well, which I haven't looked at. But yeah, battery-wise, 230 bucks to recharge. And there are other things that you can manually service this thing. I'd imagine the wheels, axles, you know, wear and tear if you do wheel slip, body as well if you damage the body, things like that. But yes, this is a nice little locomotive, nice addition to Derail Valley, I think you'll agree. And I would love to give this thing more of a run. Let me know in the comments what you'd like me to do with this thing in future videos. Maybe give it a little bit more of a run. We did come today from Steel Mill, as mentioned, down to City Southwest. So yeah, that wasn't a very long run, but I'm sure we can go up and do more of the map as well in the future. If you guys and girls think that you want to see that. I must say, it's starting to grow on me already, even though this thing's tiny. It has its own little charm. So yeah, maybe going around the map is what we're going to be doing in the future. But yes, let me know anyway in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far as well. Really appreciate your viewership, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, please share the video if you enjoyed it as well, if you think others may enjoy it. If not, don't worry about it. But yes, I will catch you all in the next one.